the problem lies not in college itself, but rather the individual paths that people choose.
Or they drop out because they don't see the value. They drop out because they don't think it's worth their time.
College students just do not want to hear the truth. That them going to college is an utter scam. Hey guys, this is Isabella Moody from Resist the Mainstream. Make sure you give today's video a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe to our channel, and let's get straight into the video.
What exactly do you mean by college is a scam?
Good question. I wrote a whole book about it. Largely the value proposition that you are being offered is not worth the time or the money that many of you are forking over. There's exceptions to that generally, but for example, the vast majority of students that graduate from four-year college, they'll end up getting a job, if they get a job at all, in a career or a job that doesn't require a college degree. So henceforth, asking the question, why do they go to college in the first place?
Okay, now what do you mean about jobs that don't require a college degree?
Like working at Starbucks as a barista.
Okay. So what exactly do you mean by the value proposition not being sufficient for the cost of going to college?
Yeah, so I mean, going $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 into debt, that's a significant thing. And hopefully if you're gonna do that, you're gonna be able to prove and have some value for that reason. So for example, there was a study that just came out in the last day, the 16 lowest paying job majors, and the vast majority of those are actually what kids study in college, right? Communications, liberal arts, things of that nature. And so the question is, why even go to college at all if you're just basically getting a credential that is worth less and less money in the marketplace? Now,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's so many majors that if you were to go into that field, if the field exists, that is, because so many majors like gender studies major, yeah, that's an actual college degree that you can get scammed into acquiring these days. But so many fields that actually exist don't really need a major. Like, what do you need? What job requires a communication degree? And that's like not even a crazy degree. Like, that's a degree when I went to college, which wasn't too long ago, but it's been a degree. It's been around. Okay, it's the communication degree. She's been around for a long time. What do you need a communication degree for? Like, seriously, maybe I'm uneducated on this topic. Maybe, I don't know. But realistically, you don't need a degree in that, or even my major, political science. It's been around for a long time. To go into politics, you don't really need a political science degree. I don't use mine. Well, actually, I didn't finish college because I realized it was a scam, and, you know, I regret going at all. That's a whole nother conversation, wasted my time and money. Should probably finish my degree because I was very close to getting it, but then as soon as COVID hit, and I realized I did not want to go to law school anymore, I kind of just completely stopped. Like, I'm an all or nothing kind of gal. So as soon as I was done with college and realized that higher education was a scam, I was like, screw this. I'm going to start doing conservative politics on TikTok. True story. I can talk about that in a different video if you guys are interested, if you guys care. But yes, you don't need a political science degree. If you want to be a lawyer, you do need a law degree. If you want to be a doctor, you obviously need a PhD. Like, there's obviously different fields that require a certain degree. But things like communications, political science, gender studies, yeah, you don't need that degree. You're just getting scammed into going, and yeah, you should probably avoid it. Or what else? Sociology degree. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started. Another fun fact, in college, if I was trying to find an easy class, I'd pick a sociology class, and I always ended up regretting it because they were always the most woke of all my classes, required a lot of reading that was awful, which my major required a lot of reading to begin with, but just the sociology, like, specific classes were the worst. The worst. My favorite ones were actually the legal studies classes. Those I found the most interesting, but I digress. Let's get back to the debate here.
now if you study engineering, if you study finance, terrific, but the scam also is just beyond the financial value proposition. It's the ideological pollutants that are spread on college campuses and the, let's just say, some of the left-wing indoctrination that occurs here as well.
Okay, so moving aside from that red herring there, I myself am
Wait, I just love how someone's already wearing a mask in the back. Like it's literally like in Arizona, which is where this is, I believe, it's so hot. It's already hot. I mean, I'm from the Northeast. I can't believe it's already hot. And someone's wearing a mask there? That is insane.
A communication major, and I am very well aware of
Really? Because you look like a eating major. Chunky chunks right here.
the communication majors who just take a 4-year degree and go into jobs that either don't require a degree or.
Try to get as close to the mic as you can. Is that okay? Thank you. It's okay. Yeah.
But anyways, I'm aware of the communication majors who only get a bachelor's degree, and if they're lucky, they're only able to get research assistant jobs in communication, or not even get a job that requires a degree at all. But would not those who continue on to get masters and doctorates in communication, who get who get $100,000 a year or $200,000 a year research jobs, would that not counteract the total economic, socioeconomic value of those who just go into college and then end up Starbucks baristas?
So what his answer is, well, they just got to keep going into more higher education. They got to go get their master's degree. They have to go get their PhD. Like, for you to actually be able to use your communications bachelor's degree, you now have to go get a PhD or go to or get your master's degree in communications. Like, well, what about the bachelor's? What was that for? Literally, what was that for? The precursor for the next school? Do you not see that you are literally just proving Charlie's point here, that college is a scam and they're just scamming you into buying more and more and more and spending more and more and more? Do you not get it? Gosh, and by the way, how come he has bigger boobs than me and I'm a breastfeeding mother? These are the questions that I want to know the answers to. Back to the video.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, also master's degrees are expensive, right? PhDs are expensive, so you're looking at least at $150,000 to $200,000 in debt.
Oh yeah, no biggie, just like a couple $100,000 of debt. And by the way, when you're signing up for this debt, you don't really know what you're signing up for. Okay, I'm just having to deal with my student loans now, and I'm like, wow. If only we were taught back then when we signed up for these loans what that really meant. But of course they want you to stay in the dark. They want you to stay ignorant because they want to scam you. And now you're starting off the workforce with just a bunch of debt. For what? For a degree you don't even use. Incredible.
Minimum, if you're going to do that. And if that's the path you want to take, so be it. But there are 11 million job openings in the country right now that pay $80,000 or more that don't require a college degree. 11 million job openings. And I don't think we're always telling our young people, the next generation, that these jobs are available to you. It's an expectation that you go to 4-year college, and in fact, you're treated and almost considered to be dumb if you don't go to 4-year university. And I think that's a big mistake. And not to mention the vast majority, 41% of kids that enter college do not graduate. There's something deeply wrong with the system.
So from what you're telling me, though,
final point.
from what you're telling me, though, it sounds more like the problem lies not in college itself, but rather the individual paths that people choose who look at a situation, make the wrong decisions, don't stay in school as long as they need to in order to get the career that they want.
Or they drop out because they don't see the value. They drop out because they don't think it's worth their time. And again, half of this audience, after 10 years, if they get a job, they'll end up getting a job that didn't require them going to college in the first place. Half. That sounds like a scam. Why are they here in the first place? Why are they borrowing all this money and spending 4 years on a university just to go get a job that never would have required them to get the degree or the debt or the 4 years being spent on campus? Thanks for the time. I appreciate it.
Exactly. And I'm part of that statistic of people that don't see the value in the degree. And that was the thing. And, my parents have said this, and people have said, why don't you just finish out your degree? Because I literally was only a couple classes away from finishing. And, sometimes I think about it, maybe I should just take those last few classes. It's like, I literally have to take, Spanish classes to freaking earn my degree, okay? Which are, honestly, my least favorite. I do not want to learn Spanish. I used to take Spanish. I took Spanish in like middle school and high school, and I literally still only know hola. Like, it's just not happening, okay? I don't want to learn Spanish. Stop forcing me to learn a different language. I just have always hated it. I only have a couple classes left, so I could easily get the degree and, like, you know what? Maybe make that money that I spent in time, like, worth something. But I literally would have zero use for a political science major. Like, everything I do, social media, why would I need that degree? Like, seriously. So, yes, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Should I go finish out my major, or is it just going to waste more time and more money? Because those classes are still going to cost money. It's still going to take up my time. I'm a mom. I record content. I rant on Twitter a lot. Like, I'm a busy woman. So, yeah, that is the college dilemma. It's a scam, though. I wish I never went, but I can't take that back. But I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.